Hi, and welcome to another ESL English practice video, English as a Second Language. These are designed for people who are planning on taking the IELTS test, and it's also useful for TOEFL, IGCSE, Pearson English, or any other English language proficiency test. Please press the thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more like this. In this video, we are going to be looking at IELTS listening. First of all, let me share some tips and advice. Some things that you should do in the listening test. Read the questions carefully, make sure you understand the question, and then try to predict what kind of answer they want. For example, should the answer be a verb or a noun? Maybe it's a number or a place. Listen for distractors. So quite often they will say something is not this thing. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully. For example, if it says one word only, make sure you write one word only. And identify keywords and think of synonyms. Synonyms are key in listening and also in reading. Don't leave blank spaces. If you don't know, guess, especially if it's multiple choice. So if the answer is A, B or C, never leave that blank. Don't write on the answer sheet until the end. So at the end of the listening test, you have 10 minutes to transfer your answers onto the answer sheet. And when writing on the answer sheet, don't write outside the boxes and don't lose focus. This is what the answer sheet looks like, where you will be filling in your answers. So during the test, you can write directly onto the question paper, and then you have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to this answer sheet. When filling in the answer sheet, you should write in pencil. You should write your full name in capitals. Do shade in the boxes for the candidate's number and the date. Make sure your handwriting is neat. If the marker can't read your writing, they will mark your answer as wrong. And if you make a mistake, draw a line through your answer and put your new answer beside it. Or you could use an eraser to remove the mistake as you're writing in pencil. It's important that your spelling is correct. A spelling mistake will go down as a wrong answer. Capital letters, however, are not critical. You can use capital letters or you can use lowercase. Both are acceptable. Grammar is important though. So if you write an answer that is grammatically impossible, it will be marked as wrong. For example, if the answer is using the past tense of a verb and you write the present tense, that will be wrong. UK and US spellings are both acceptable, and numbers can be written as digits like 10 or as the word 10, ten, for example. And should you use one word or two? Well, make sure you use the correct one. For example, here we have nowadays written as two words. That is wrong. Nowadays is all one word. So here's an example answer sheet that I have filled in. Let's find out what is acceptable and what is unacceptable. So have a look at this for a moment or two and see if you can spot any problems with this answer sheet. Right, let's have a look. So first of all, over here we have written the person's name. However, it does say write your full name, and here we've just gone for the first initial G. That's not a full name. And it says in capital letters. Here most of the surname is in lowercase. So this is a problem. Over here we've put in the candidate number in the shaded boxes and the dates. However, it's a little bit messy and you are supposed to write the digits in these boxes here. So write the numbers as well as filling in as well as shading in the boxes. Okay, on to the answers themselves. So for number one, we've written the answer Brazil. It's the name of a country. Normally this should have a capital B. If this was writing, this would be wrong. But in listening, capital letters aren't critical, so that would not necessarily be wrong. Number two, usually is the answer. However, the spelling is not correct. Usually should have 2 L's. For number 3, we've written the number 6. We've written the word S-I-X. It could also be written as the digit. 6 would also be fine. At number 4, we have the word trees, and the candidate has changed their mind. They've crossed out trees and written tree. This is absolutely fine. This is what you can do. Then we have some multiple choice answers, B, A, C, B. These are all okay. As you can see, also number 7, we've changed our mind. Just draw a line through the wrong answer, put the correct answer beside. Number 9, we have weekend. There is a problem here. Yes, weekend should be one word. Weekend is unlikely to be correct as 2 words. Number 21, they've written the full word in capital letters. That's absolutely fine. Number 22, though, what does that say? Is it common? The handwriting here is unclear, so the marker would probably give this as wrong. 23, now is this supposed to say easy or essay? I don't know, but either way, there is no word E-A-S-S-Y, so this must be wrong. 24 has Anthony with a capital A. That's fine with a capital, fine without. Number 25 says will going. Now this must be a grammar error because you don't have an ing after a will. So this must be wrong. 26, there's a problem here with this one as well. They've written the wrong answer, they've crossed it out, and then they've written the correct answer beside it, which is what you should do. However, it's gone outside of the box. It's crossed the line into the marking area. So unfortunately, even if mushrooms is the correct answer, they will not score a point for this. Then A is fine, but what about this B? It's not clear if this is the answer to 28 or 29 or maybe both, but it's not all in one box, so they will not get a point for that. Let's just have a look at those. So there we see all the things that I've mentioned. So again, even if all of these are correct, there are various reasons why this candidate would not get the marks. So these are all things to think about when filling in your answer sheet. Now we're going to look at an actual practice test. And before you begin listening, you should read the question and make sure you understand what they're asking. So section 1, we are listening to someone making a phone call and writing down some details. So questions 1 to 6, we need to complete the notes below. And here's an important part. It says write no more than 2 words and or a number for each answer. Right, so the answer could be 1 word, it could be 2 words, it could be 1 number, it could be 1 word and 1 number, or it could be 2 words and 1 number. Make sure you do not write any more than 2 words and a number. So if we look at this, the first part is done as an example, cost of entry £5. However, here are the next questions. Length of story, approximately what? Now we know this must be something about the length of the story, so how do we measure a story in length? It might be measured in pages or characters. Then the story must include what? So something must be in the story. Could be something about a character, could be something about the plot, or it might say it includes a happy ending. Minimum age is question 3. Okay, so we know we're looking for an age here. Then the last entry date, first something. This could be the 1st of March, it could be the first Thursday in June. So we need to listen for a date. Then we have a web address, question 5. We have the www dot, then what's the web address, and we have .com. So don't write the .com in your answer, that's already there. We just need the middle part. And then there's at number 6 is something we must not do. So don't something the story to the organisers. What could this be? Then looking at questions 7 to 10, it says complete the sentences below and write no more than 2 words for each answer. So the answer could be 1 word, the answer could be 2 words, nothing else. If you write 3 words, your answer will be wrong. So this is about judging and prize details. The competition is judged by who? Then number 8 says the top 5 stories will be available something. This could be a time or a place. Number 9, the top story will be chosen by the what? And then the first prize is a place at a writer's workshop in what? Again, this could be a time or it could be a place. So let's have a listen and see if we can get the answers to these parts.
Good morning, Dave speaking.
Oh, hi. I'm phoning about a short story competition. I saw an advert in a magazine and I was just calling to get some details.
Yes, certainly. I'm the competition organiser, so I should be able to help. What kind of details are you looking for?
Well, does it cost anything to enter?
Yes, there's an entry fee of £5.
Okay, that should be fine. It's a short story competition, so how many words is that?
Well, we want to give people a reasonable amount of freedom, but the guidelines are around 3,000 words.
Oh, that sounds quite a lot.
Well, it's not as much as it used to be. We did have a limit of 5,000 words, but some people thought that was too many. So this year we've reduced it.
Right.
Right, that was the answer to number 1. Notice how they said it used to be 5,000, but now it's approximately 3,000. So the answer for what we're looking for here, 3,000 words.
And does the story need to be about anything in particular?
No, you can write about any topic you like. But the main point of the competition is that it has to have a surprise ending.
Oh, I see. That sounds interesting. I don't think I've ever written a story like that before.
Yes, it's something we've introduced for this year's competition.
Right.
Okay, so it must include a what? The answer we're looking for is surprise ending. Now let's listen for the minimum age.
I'm 18. Is there any age limit?
Yes, you need to be 16 or over. So if you're 18, that's fine.
Great.
Okay, so she said she was 18, and he said the age limit, you must be 16 or over. So the minimum age is 16. Now the last entry date.
So you have the competition once a year, is that right?
Yes, we start advertising in January, and the competition takes up a lot of the year. We give people a few months to write their story, and then it takes quite a long time to judge all the entries and to announce the winners.
I see. So when is the closing date for the competition? It's already April. I hope I'm not too late.
No, you've still got plenty of time. You need to submit your entry by the 1st of August. After then, it will be too late.
Right, so you must submit your entry by the 1st of August. After then, it will be too late. Now, what is the web address?
Although you can always enter next year's competition.
Okay, good. So how do I enter?
Well, we have a website, and the best way to enter is to complete the entry form online. We also have more details of the competition on the site. Shall I give you the web address?
Yes, please.
OK, it's www.comp4ss.com. And that's the number 4, not the word 4.
OK, thanks. I've got that.
Right, did you get that? So he said COMP4SS. And it's the number 4, not the word 4. That's how it should look. And the final one in this section.
So, I can complete the entry form online, but how do I send the story? Do I print it out and send it to you?
Well, you may want to print the story out so you can review it, but don't post it to us. When you've finished your story, you will need to email it to us. The email address is on the website I gave you.
OK, that's fine.
Okay, so don't what the story to the organisers. We had a few verbs there. We had print, post and email. The one you've not to do is post the story, so don't send it to them in a paper copy. Right, let's move on to the next part, 7 to 10.
Can you tell me a bit about how the competition is judged and what the prizes are?
Yes, of course. Well, once we have all the entries, I send them to all the judges. Our competition is quite popular, so we are lucky to be able to use famous authors who are very interested in the competition.
That's fantastic.
So we're lucky to use what as the judges, and she said that's fantastic. So he described them as famous authors. Authors is a synonym for writers. Famous means well known. Number 8.
It's great to know that someone famous will be reading my story.
Yes, that's right. It takes them quite a while to read through the entries, but eventually they decide on the top 5 stories.
I see. And what happens then?
Well, they will be published online so everyone can read them. They will not be in any order at this point.
So they will be available. What? Well, he said they will be published online. So they will be available online. Don't write the word published here. We wouldn't say they will be available published online. That's not grammatically correct.
They will just be the 5 stories that the judges think are the best.
And do all the top 5 stories get prizes?
No, it's just the top story and the runner-up.
So how is the top story decided?
Well, once the top 5 stories are available, it will be the public who will vote for their favourite story.
Right, I see.
So chosen by the... So the answer we need is the public. So voted for by the public, chosen by the public. And the last one.
So I need to get all my friends to vote for me then?
Yes, that's a good idea.
And what is the prize?
Well, the runner-up gets a prize of £300. But the winner gets a trip to Spain to attend a workshop for writers.
Wow, that's brilliant! I'd better get writing straight away.
Yes. Good luck.
Thanks.
Right, so there's a distractor in there. They said the runner-up gets £300, but the runner-up is second prize. Top prize, or first prize, is the winner. So the winner gets a place at a writer's workshop, and they also said they have a trip to Spain. And there we are. So that's the answers you should have got. Let's just have a look at the answers in the guide book itself. So notice that there are a few different options. For question 1, you could have written the number 3000, or you could have written 3, 000 as 3000, or you could write the words 3000, and you need words as well. So we're not just saying 3000 on its own, it needs to be 3000 words, but the way you write 3000 is optional. Then for part number 2, you could have written surprise or surprising ending. He said surprise ending, but surprising ending is also grammatically correct, so that's also acceptable. For number 3, we have the number 16 or the word 16, both are fine. Then August, and number 5. Now, you could write it all in capital letters or the letters in lowercase, both are fine. Then we had post. Number 7, famous authors. So this would suggest that authors is not enough on its own. You need to have both words, famous authors, to get the point. Then online, public, and Spain, as we said. Well, I'm going to go over the rest of this listening test in an upcoming video, so watch out for part 2 of this listening test. But for now, thank you for watching. Please press the thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you again next time on ESL English Practice with Traveller's Guide. Thank you.